My name is Shun Saiki. I'm a sophomore in high school. The introverted me didn't get along well with those around me, and I was living life as a loner. Everyone seems to be having so much fun. There were various cliques within the classroom. I didn't have the courage to speak to them. I failed at making new friends and I was isolated. After joining high school, I was hoping to make new friends and find a girlfriend, but I had no hope in finding someone. Why am I so weak? As I was walking in the hallway, I found a girl who was messing with her smartphone on the stairs. Miss Ayura is always alone. My classmate, Miko Ayura, looks kind of like a rowdy girl, but I'd never seen her with anyone. I expected her to be loud with all of the other extroverts, but she's always calm in the classroom. Maybe Miss Ayura doesn't have friends? No way! If she didn't have friends, I'd feel like maybe we had some camaraderie, but I couldn't believe someone who looked that good could possibly have no friends. She's definitely in the popular crowd. I'm sure she's loud in places I'm not looking at.
What are you looking at?
I locked eyes with Ayura. I froze in place after she glared at me. Ayura looked down and pulled her skirt down.
You?
No! You misunderstand me! I wasn't looking, but I could see how she would think that. I felt danger and ran. I was so worried that she would say something that I was alert, but nothing happened. I thought she'd be one to tell all her friends, and everyone would posse up on me, but nothing happened. Maybe she's not that scary? I always thought she was such a popular girl, so I didn't really want to get close to her. But maybe she's a pretty normal person. Maybe I should try talking to her if she's alone. It's Miss Ayura! She was walking towards me, her face in her phone. I tried talking to her when I realized I didn't have the courage in me. She really did scare me. I need to avoid her or I'll run into her. However, by looking at Miss Ayura, my body froze up and the notes that I was holding all fell over! Watch out!
Huh?
I tried to move to catch the notes, but Ayura was in front of me. I fell over with her. Ow!
Dude.
I got up and froze. I pushed over Ayura. She was glaring at me, and I could feel the blood leave my face. I was frozen in fear for several seconds.
How long are you gonna be on me?
I'm sorry! I jumped off as I was pushed off by Miss Ayura's voice.
You have courage pushing me over like that.
I really didn't mean it. It was just an accident. Ayura was pissed. It was terrifying with how striking she looked.
You can do what you want as long as you don't mean it.
I'm sorry.
You need to take responsibility.
Responsibility?
Marry me.
Marry?
Not right now. Propose to me, and then we marry after we graduate.
Why would I?
You need to take responsibility for your actions.
I only ran into you by accident.
You pushed me over, fell on top of me, and you're saying you were just playing around?
It was an accident!
Ah, that's how you get away from it. I will make you pay for what you did to me.
She grabbed my shirt and glared at me with cold eyes. I'm sorry, I'll marry you, don't hurt me! I felt in danger, so I submitted.
Okay then, thanks.
I guess she was happy with my answer. She let go and walked away. I was shocked at the whole ordeal. This is bad. Although it was to protect myself, I promised to marry her. I'm not sure why she thought that was a good idea, but she wasn't exactly in a listening mood. I'll ask her again later. Whatever the case is, talking to her won't help. I think it was good to withdraw once and just go with it. After that, we didn't have a single word with each other. She said she wanted to marry, and yet she didn't seem interested at all. I was hoping to talk to her again, but since she didn't say anything to me, I figured she was just joking. I decided to go home quickly.
Wait!
When I left the school, I heard a voice call to me from behind. When I turned around, I saw an angry Ayura. Can I help you?
How dare you leave your fiancé?
You were serious?
I see. You thought I was joking?
She grabbed my neck. Because you didn't say anything after that.
That's where you're supposed to come talk to me. That's all you feel for me?
I mean, marriage is a pretty big deal.
You don't want to marry me that badly?
It's not if I like it or don't. I just don't know you well.
Then get to know me. I will be living with you from today.
Why?
We need to get to know each other better. We're going to get married. It's called living under the same roof.
I think there are quite a few problems with that.
Like what?
I think a high school boy and girl living together can create problems.
Like kids?
That's not what I meant! That was exactly what I was worried about. But it wasn't like I was going to make the first move. But when she talked to me about that, I just couldn't get past it. I was nervous.
You're such a nerd. Look at you turning red.
Stop messing with me! Ayura had a devilish grin. For once, it wasn't an angry grin, so I was a little less tense.
Whatever. You'll let me stay tonight. No problems, right?
But my parents are off on a business trip, and it'll just be us. I'm sure you won't be able to calm down either.
Nah, I'm okay with it, because I get you all to myself.
I'm not going to do such a thing!
I don't care, let's go.
Ugh! Even if I wanted to say no, I couldn't figure it out. When I try to say something with logic, she would just out-logic me. It seems like she's calm at the moment, so I don't want to do anything to change that. Okay then, only for today. I didn't know how serious she was, but maybe she'll get tired of me if she sticks around for a day. I was hoping for that to happen while I spent the day with her.
Why are you sitting like that?
I'm a little nervous. It was my own room, and yet I was frozen solid. It was my own room, and yet I was frozen solid. I brought her because of how everything turned out, but it was the first time I brought a girl to my room.
I see.
I'm not sure what she was thinking, but she put her head on my lap. What are you doing?
You were waiting for this, right?
No, I had no intention.
You don't have to be so nervous. I'm just a girl.
Would a normal girl ask for my hand in marriage out of the blue? I was also unsure if such a popular girl should say that when she's clearly popular.
Is there something you want to say?
No, ma'am. Nothing at all. Ayura glared me into submission once again.
Give me head rubs.
Huh? You sure?
What? That makes you nervous too?
No, not at all. I was a little shy when I started rubbing Ayura's head. It felt good. She's pretty cute, isn't she? I was a little apprehensive about getting close, but the calmer she gets, the more she just seems like a beautiful girl. I could feel my heart beating faster.
This is pretty nice.
Really?
You want to try?
I'm okay, seriously.
I see.
Ayura smirked and grabbed onto me from behind. Ayura, you're too close!
Really?
Miss Ayura was looking at me with a blank look on her face. I couldn't help but blush with how close she was.
You'll never have kids with how shy you get from just hugging.
We are not having kids! I tried to run away, but she locked me in place with her knees. Ayura, you're choking me!
You're trying to run.
Stop! I won't run! She was enjoying playing around with me. Every time I would pull away to try to get away, she would squeeze tighter.
I'll make dinner.
Because of her messing around with me so much, I wasn't nervous anymore. Maybe that's what she was aiming for. I was able to talk to her like a normal person, and she was going to make dinner for us. This is really good. I didn't know you could cook.
That's a little rude. Who do you think I am?
I don't imagine you cooking.
Wow, look at you, talking with no filter.
Stop! She started pushing my cheeks in, and I could tell I was starting to get used to her.
I have to be able to do this if I'm going to get married.
You're serious?
I have been serious this whole time. What are you backing up for?
I see. She talks to me as if it's just another Monday. I'm not sure what has gotten into her and why she's so adamant about this. Why did she suddenly say she wants to marry me? I wanted to ask her, but I also didn't want to rub her the wrong way.
Wanna go take a shower with me?
No!
I know you want to. We're gonna shower together if we get married, so why don't we go shower together?
Stop messing with me!
If you wanna come, just come.
She kept teasing me. I had no intentions of potentially screwing up my whole life by showering with her. Ayura, you sleep here.
Why? Let's sleep together.
I showed her to the guest room, but Miss Ayura refused. She kept saying that sleeping together is normal. We can't do that! We're not even dating!
What's so bad about it if we're not dating?
I had no intentions of making a move or anything, but maybe I would lose control if Ayura was sleeping, unconscious, next to me. But if I said that, she would probably tease me again. The bed is kind of small, and I don't think you can sleep well, so...
You don't want to let me sleep? You're gonna keep me up all night?
No! It turns out, she was going to tease me anyway.
You want to marry me, right? If you want, you can have your way with me.
No! I was tempted to take her offer, but I had to let her sleep in my bed. How can she sleep like that? She was sleeping quietly right next to me. It almost felt unfair with how relaxed she was and how nervous I was. Is she serious? Although I was with her all day, she didn't seem to grow tired of me. If anything, I started focusing on how I might like her. I don't know anything yet. I need to resist. I turned my back to Ayura and finally fell asleep, holding back all of my urges. We woke up the next morning with nothing too eventful. Miss Ayura made us breakfast, and we walked to school together. She stopped teasing me, and we both spent the day in our classes alone. I wonder if she really doesn't have any friends. I figured she was having fun with friends when I was looking, but I really couldn't see it. I thought she was an extrovert, but no one spoke to her. When I started heading home alone, Ayura spoke to me.
You're gonna leave me again?
You're planning on staying over again?
Of course! We spent the night together. That's all you feel for me?
You're one to talk. As soon as we got to school, you stopped talking to me. How do you really feel about me? I know we coincidentally ran into each other, but I need to know how serious she was about taking responsibility and getting married.
Are you upset because I haven't talked to you? If you wanted to give me cuddles, all you had to do was ask.
That's not it. I want to know how you really feel. You really want to marry because I ran into you? I didn't let her off that easily. I asked her to give me a serious answer. Her face changed, and she stared back at me as she answered.
You seem like you were a pushover, but I'm impressed by how serious you look. Truth be told, I just wanted to use you. I have someone who I'm trying to marry. My parents chose him. I didn't like it, so I was going to find someone else to marry to break it off.
I listened to the words, but they made no sense to me. At the same time, I knew that meant she wasn't serious about marrying me. I knew the whole time that was probably the case, but I was still disappointed. Why would you do that?
It's got to do with my parents' work. I didn't like that they were using me to get a leg up. I'd always listened to them, but I started rebelling, dyeing my hair. But I guess my engagement plan failed.
I guess she only looked like a popular girl. It was all because she wanted to go against her parents. If that's the case, you should have just told me from the get-go. What would you have done if I actually did something with you?
You don't have the balls. I was using you, so I was going to let you use me to some extent. Something was going too far, I was going to stop you. You don't seem strong anyway.
I was a little upset, but she was right. I was probably weaker than her. So we don't need to live together, right? You're just using me as a fake fiancé? You could just use me as a character and not live with me. I felt like I was dumped, so I was sad. But I also felt like I wanted to help her out.
At first, I wanted to use you, but now, I actually feel like you're not bad. You're really cute when you're shy, and I like that about you. I wanted to be around you more. Is that okay?
So you really like me?
I'm not sure yet, but I know I feel good being around you.
If that's not how you really feel, don't stay near me because I think I'm falling for you. I probably fell for her because she was around me so much. The only girl to ever talk to a poor introvert like me was her. After she heard me confessing, she looked at me with big eyes.
You fell for me, didn't you?
Oh, come on! Who wouldn't after last night? It was almost like a honeypot, but she grabbed me after she saw me blushing.
You're seriously cute. It's okay, you can stick on me as much as you want.
Stop making me confused!
It's alright. I'll take full responsibility. I'll protect you.
You're changing the story! I was supposed to be protecting her, but because I liked her, the tables had turned. Ayura ended up falling for me, and we officially started dating. It's a little odd how we met, sure, but I knew I had to become stronger to handle Miss Ayura's strength.